Podcast episode number 103, Unlimited Melodies, Part 3. In episode number 102, we improvised melodies using only chord tones against the chords C and F major. Now we will add in passing tones. Passing tones are the notes in between these chord tones, which create a smooth connection. For the C major chord, between the first and third note of the chord C and E, the passing tone would be D. So now we have C, D, E or E, D, C. Against the C chord, the first note C is a chord tone. Then we have D, the passing tone. Notice how the non-chord tone, notice the tone color, how it changes. And then we go back to the chord tone, E. These subtle changes of color, of consonance and dissonance, is what moves music along. Now, in between E and G of the C chord, we have the note F. And between the notes G and the upper high C, we have two notes, A and B. So now I will play G, A, B, C. The A and B will connect the G to the C. For the F major chord, we have two notes between the notes C and F. We have the notes D and E connecting those two notes. Between F and A, we have the note G. And between the notes A and the upper C, we have the note B. In this episode, we will start and stop on the chord tones of the chord being held in the left hand. So for the C chord, we have C, E, and G as chord tones, and then the connecting tones, the passing tones. The F chord would be F, A, and C, but we're playing it, remember from last time, the closest position in our left hand, C, F, and A, and then we connect those notes with the passing tones. It's almost like thinking of connecting the dots. The chord tones become what is referred to in improvising as target tones. In the following episodes, we will treat these non-chord tones in various ways, but for now, use them just as passing tones. And really listen to the sound of each note. That is important for your ear training, because each of these notes will have their own tonal color. Think of each one as a color or shade, similar to how an artist applies paint to a canvas. I will use the same chord progression C to F, 4 beats each, as in episode 102. Take careful notice when you jump from one chord to another. This is called an interval. As we go along, I will talk about the different types of intervals. But if you're interested right now, episode 70 is titled Intervals, Motives, and Melody. I will now play two examples using the chord tones and passing tones mixed together. I will use in my left hand the C chord and the F chord back and forth, 4 beats each at a slow tempo. I will play the C and the F chord one measure each, just as an introduction. As I said before, now when you play, do what I have done. Play the chords in your left hand, improvise melodies in your right hand, and actually I played 8-measure sections where the last 2 measures were a C chord. But you could just keep going back and forth between the C and the F. Just keep doing it. And for now, though, try to stay with the 2 concepts that we have worked on, the chord tones and the passing tones. The reason I say this is it would be easy just to go off and freely improvise, which we will do later. But for the sake of truly hearing the, as I said, the color of these notes, go slow and really, really listen. In addition, it is excellent practice to sing along as you improvise. Maybe use the syllable la or some words, maybe some title in your head, anything, but it really makes a difference. It makes it more personal. The music comes out of you, not just your fingers. In our next episode, we will add in neighbor tones or auxiliary notes. And each episode will have a new idea and then add in new chords also. Thank you so much for listening. I'd like to leave you with this quote from Louis Armstrong, one of the founding fathers of jazz. He said, "Music is life itself." So true. Thanks again, Joe.